Right. So, I'm back with some more Vanguard. And what's going on, guys and gals? My name is Neko Fluttershy. Welcome back to some Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, today's video, it's basically just gonna be like, does this game hold up? Does Vanguard? Because I can assume that we're done with Vanguard. Like, no more zombies, no more major updates. That is good. You know, maybe a few minor updates here and there. Maybe adding some new things to the store or whatever the case may be. But as it turns out, there's not a whole lot you can really do here right now. Because, like, they're done. They're fucking done, I think. I mean, they may have an update later on where they add more things, and then this video might fucking be outdated. I don't care. Now, let's start out with my favorite thing about Vanguard is the zombies. Now, any Call of Duty game that has zombies in it, I am all for it. I am hyped for it. I'm ready for it. I love it. And the four maps we have here, Archon, Shinonuma, Terra Maledicta, and Duranfang, are all pretty decent. I will say I'm not all that big on how they do the mission-based things. Cold War did it a lot better when they had Outbreak, or whatever it was called. I forgot. It's been a while since I played that thing in, Cold War. But, Terra Maledicta is probably my least favorite. But that's not the point. Point is, the four maps here that we have are decent. They're tolerable. They're fine. They're not the best, but I don't really think they get as much hate, or they deserve all the hate that they get. Oh, Duranfang is the worst because blah 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 blah. Terra Maledicta is the worst because blah 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 blah. Shinonuma is not Shinonuma. It sucks ass. It's not the World at War version. It's not the Black Ops 1 version. It's not the Black Ops 3 version. Yeah, it's not. It's the fucking Vanguard version, you piece of shit. Now, I know what you're trying to say, it doesn't feel the same or play the same. But it doesn't have to. It's like its own take on it. It's Vanguard's own take on Shinonuma. And when I heard they were bringing this map back a while ago, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm hyped. I'm ready. Let's get it started. Let's go. Let's party. The Archon, I recently played that one on a channel, and it's not bad. It's a pretty decent map. Basically, it's supposed to mark the end of Vanguard Zombies. Basically, the epic conclusion, as they say here. Now, it's not just about the maps that you play and all the weapons and all that good shit. But the next one here is the loadout section. Now, what do I think about the loadouts? The loadouts are pretty good. I like the fact that there is so much you can choose here. Different weapons and different things like that. And this sort of thing. Basically, what we're dealing with here is really cool things. Decent selection of weapons and, things that you can get out of the box. And how you decide to, do all this. And yeah, I think it's a pretty decent selection. Not the best selection I've seen in other COD games. And that's just in general, not just with zombies, but in general. Whenever I do decide I want to play some multiplayer, like the weapon selection in those is a little bit better than here. But what we do have is a pretty damn good selection. Double barrel shotgun is my favorite. Combat shotgun is my second favorite. I've always been a huge fan of the shotgun class because they're so powerful. Like, very powerful. And, they can one-shot a zombie, two-shot a zombie on high round, even without being pack-a-punched. And if they don't one-shot, they do a lot of damage. So you can just one-shot and then, smack them with the butt of your gun. So I've always been a particular fan. Though I will say only 4 shotguns Nah, I think we need a lot more than that. When you have a decent selection of LMGs and especially SMGs, assault rifles and SMGs are going to have the majority of the weapon class. Because there's only a few LMGs, a few marksman rifles, sniper rifles, which I don't really care much for. I don't like snipers. I've always hated those. Pistols are pretty good. They're good sidearms, handguns, launchers, and brought up the Titan Piercer. And they basically made an Attack on Titan crossover, and I love that. It's pretty good. Now, the artifacts, or the special things, they brought these back from Cold War. And what we have here, Healing Aura, Aether Shroud, Ring of Fire, Energy Mine, Frost Blast. They're all, you know, I've always been a fan of Aether Shroud because, well, if you're in a situation where there's zombies up the ass, they're everywhere, and you need a quick escape, or you need a moment where they won't attack you, that's the best one. I've always found that one to be the most useful. The rest of these, I don't find all that useful. And yeah, sure, they all have, you know, their own uses for different situations. But I've always found Aether Shroud to be the best situation, you know, the best way to get out of that situation. And also, let's talk about the, you know, all the things you can get in the gunsmith. By leveling up your weapon, you obviously get more of these. And what they do have here is pretty good. And they give you more attack, they give you more speed, accuracy, some more ammunition. You know, whatever floats your mangled up titties in the 4th of July. Basically, pretty good weapons here, and I like the selection. Also, the customize. Yay! Almost have this one. Damn. But yeah, there is so much. Oh, God. Now, okay, I'm gonna say one thing I do hate about these, and I'll get into that later on, things that I do like and things that I don't like. And I do like that there's a decent amount of stuff here for the weapons and all that. But let's go to the operators that really make shit happen. Alright, so Anna, whatever, I don't really care too much about. Basically, most of these characters I don't care about at all. And I think they're just no-name, low-live pieces of shit that I don't like and don't care about. Until we get to Snoop Dogg. Yeah, they actually brought Snoop Dogg into Vanguard. When I saw that they did this, I was hyped. Because, like, okay, yeah, who doesn't want to play as fucking Snoop Dogg in any game? Like, any game, period. Honestly, Snoop Dogg is my favorite operator out of all of these. But then we go back to a bunch of characters I don't give two fucks about. And Daniel, though. I like Daniel because he has an Attack on Titan variant. Basically, there is an Attack on Titan bundle. And Survey Corps, which is, I think, the thing that they have for Attack on Titan. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Wade is okay, Halima. Basically, these people you play as, or some of them that you play as in the campaign, which we'll get to the campaign later. I like this guy. He's alright. But we're talking about Arthur Kingsley over here. Fucking... oh, yeah. Now, a decent selection of operators, but most of them are completely forgettable. I'm going to forget about them within the next sentence, because I really don't care about them. Battle Pass, pretty standard for most of these games nowadays. every game has to have a fucking battle pass. And this is kind of where I start to lose my mind and lose interest in these sort of things. Every single game in this day and age has to have some sort of fucking battle pass. Fortnite, Warzone. Now, one thing I do like about this, though, and I will say that they did a good thing about this one. So, if you play, or you get the battle pass in any way, shape, or form, right? You can basically level up the battle pass by playing, ooh, I like that one, by playing Cold War, Vanguard, or Warzone. So basically what we're talking about here is it's universal. You know, Modern Warfare, Warzone, I guess a new Modern Warfare 2, I think. I don't know. I don't really care. But basically all the more modern COD games are tied together with the Battle Pass. And I do like that. Because you don't have to buy the same Battle Pass 3 or 4 times. You just buy it one time, and there you go. If you play this game a whole lot, then, you know, it shouldn't be that bad of a thing. But I do kind of have a problem with Battle Passes as a whole, because, you know, 9 times out of 10, if you don't get the rewards, like, let's say I don't get the Explosive Personality one, or the Desert Whirlwind, or whatever the Sprezzatura is, I'm never going to see him again anytime soon. You know, these battle passes, basically, you get them when you see them, or you don't see them ever again. Now, sometimes they do bring these out in the store, but it's not always a thing. So, most of these you will never see again, unless you already have them. Now, challenges, I've always found these challenges to be pretty fun. A pretty decent thing to level up quickly and all that. You know, it's really fun to do these challenges. Because, I mean, they're challenges. They're like, yeah, you know, let's unlock all of these and do all this and all these cool things. So that's totally fine with me. I like this, and I like the idea of challenges. Now, keep in mind, this is all online. By the way, this is all online. The offline version has a hell of a lot less. And I really hate that. I fucking hate that. I despise that shit. Very much so. Now notice, oh yeah, you got level 55. Prestige 2, 63. And you notice I get less and less. Because I just stopped giving a shit. Like, I really stopped giving a shit after a while. I don't play Call of Duty 24/7 like some other people. And they're just like, hey, let's fucking, you know, Season 1, 2, that's fine. But over time, I just completely say, fuck it. I don't care. Clan tag, obviously, yeah, because I'm a Neko. I like the calling cards and the player titles and emblems. Now, one thing I've always enjoyed about modern COD games like Cold War, Vanguard, Warzone, whatever, is that they have a decent amount of anime things, like Nurse Back is an anime-styled thing, and some of these other ones are pretty cool as well. Meowshal Arts, I fucking love that idea. It's a really cool one. I like it. Also, this one's pretty cool. Because this one also is an anime style. Tokyo Local and Drift Queen and things like basically anime girls. Anime girls on your guns. Yay! For only 800 COD points. Now, alright. Let me fucking tell you about COD points. Holy shit. Now, I understand. You know, it's a business practice. I get it. You know, EA, Activision, you know, Bethesda, everybody. They're always needing to make more money. And this is how they get most of their sales, I think. It's not just by buying the game, but by also the store. So you buy all these things for COD points. And it's like, oh, well, how do I get COD points? Oh, yes. $1.99 for 200, $4.99 for 500. Oh. Oh, 21,000 for 150. Yeah. Half of a Nintendo Switch. And you can get fucking useless COD points that are gonna be gone in a day. No. Seriously, they will be gone. You see these prices? 2,400. 2,400, 2,000. Basically, these will knock out a lot of your, almost half your COD points right there. And if you buy all of these, you are pretty much fucked. And you have to buy it again. No, don't. Like, and I know what you're thinking, oh, well, just don't buy it then. You know, if you don't like it, don't buy it. That's the thing. You know, they never have anything that I'm interested in. Mecha Menace, though, I'm kind of... I like that one. I like the calling card that they have, and I like this emblem that they have, and things like that. I do like that. I do like how the guns look, to some extent. But 2,400, let's see how much that is. 20 bucks. 20 fucking dollars. Just for one particular thing, roughly 20 bucks just for that. And some you don't even get COD points for them. This one you have to pay 20 bucks for this one. It's not COD points. So some of these things, it's like, oh yeah, and that's a problem with a lot of games that I have. Now, if it's a free-to-play game, I wouldn't have that big of an issue with it, because hey, it's free to play. Like, you know, Fortnite or Warzone or something like that. So yeah, you're going to have to find a way to make money off these games because they're free to play. But, oh, take a look at this. You can buy Modern Warfare 2, the Vault Edition from here. $100. What does this include? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. So, oh, by the way, kind of a thing that I think really pisses me off about Vanguard. Alright. And this is more of a thing with Cold War as well. So, to unlock Arthur Kingsley as an operator in Cold War, you have to buy basically a digital copy of Vanguard. But it's not just a plain ass ordinary copy. You have to buy one of the deluxe editions. So maybe a Vault edition of that one or something like that, where you have to buy whatever, like 70 bucks for COD. I mean, I'll pay that much if I have the money, because hey, it's COD. But I will say that, you know, the whole point system on a paid game, a game that you pay actual money for, kinda is stupid. Like, very stupid. And I get it, you know, it's tied to, you know, Warzone and things like that. So if you buy these things for Vanguard, you could also use them in Warzone. And I get that. And, you know, there's also the whole don't buy it if you don't want it sort of thing, you know. But that's the thing, I think most of these are garbage. I think a lot of these are absolute garbage. Like, yeah, I want the Mecha Menace one. I want the anime ones. I kind of want this one, but I don't really care much about it too much. That would be a perfect thing for Snoop Dogg. You know, have the Snoop Dogg operator with, you know, blunt force drama and start getting high with that shit. I also kind of want that one. And I do like kind of that one, I guess. I do like that one. But, like, aside from that, and I say I don't like most of these, and I'm just like, yeah, I want that one, I want this one. But some of these, I'm just like, I don't care. I don't want them. I don't need them. They're garbage. They're shit. No one, I don't think, kind of likes these. But I personally don't care for half of these. Unless they involve anime, unless the weapons look cool, or I get more than I bargained for, and I get a good deal. You know? So that's just on the zombie side of things. Let's go to the multiplayer, where I don't give a fuck at all. Now, it's kind of biased here, because I'm not a big fan of, I never was a big fan of multiplayer. So, I've always been that way, where I'm just like, no, I hate multiplayer. I've always hated multiplayer in COD games. And if I do play COD multiplayer, it's Black Ops, Nuketown. You know, any sort of Black Ops. Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4, Cold War, Nuketown. That's about it. I don't really play anything else. So I don't care. Now, the kill streaks, I don't really care that much about, honestly. They're kind of boring. The death machine's alright. But, do I really care about half these? Not really. The kill streaks are kind of garbage. Let's see, field upgrades. They're pretty simple, I guess. You can watch things. But the watches are kind of shit too. Like, why would you need a watch? Why in the fuck would you need a goddamn watch when you're in the process of killing people? Like, really? Oh, by the way, here's another thing that really pisses me off. So, let's say you wanted to get Call of Duty League things, like phase, or optics, or anything like that that involved basically esports people, right? Well, $10 each. Go back. Yeah, $10 each. And as someone that would want all of them, because I'm a huge fan of, like, you know, video games, and I want anything that's video game related. So something like esports and things like that I'm interested in. I'm not gonna fucking sit and watch a whole game of esports, but I will say fuck it. You know? But I've always found that, you know, watches were kind of a shitty thing. Even in fucking Cold War, you know, some of them, that's like, oh yeah, this watch tells you how many zombies you've killed, or how many enemies you've killed. I could always just go and press a button on my thing, and it'll tell me how many zombies I've killed, how many points I have, XYZ, so that's kind of a useless thing to have. A watch is just kind of blah. Operators are the exact same across both, so I mean, I've already talked about them. Battle Pass is the same. Challenges, though, I mean, I do like challenges, but I hate multiplayer, so I'm most likely never going to even touch these all that much, because I don't care. Now, let's say hypothetically, if I did care, if I gave half a shit, and I say half a shit because, I mean, that's being generous. Giving half a shit with me is generous, because I don't give a whole shit at all. Now, let's take a look at, if I can, the maps. Alright, so here's your ordinary bullshit. Your team deathmatch, your domination, kill confirm, search and destroy, free-for-all, blah blah blah. All that good shit. All your hardcores. Is there a way I can actually see what the maps are? I guess I'll find out later by going into an offline thing later on down the line. If I can go offline. I guess once I'm online for good. Until whatever. Now, okay, I'm going to say the multiplayer kind of sucks ass. Then again, I've never been a fan of multiplayer, so that really doesn't do much for me. But if you like multiplayer, I don't really know what to... Okay, private match. Okay. There we go. Local. No! I think I fucked it up. What did I do? What did I just do? Great. Great, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Okay, go back to private match. Custom game. Alright, game setup. Alright, let's take a look at the maps. Beheaded, Berlin, Bocage, Casablanca, Castle, Doss House. Now, I played the multiplayer before. I played some of these maps, not a whole lot of them, because I just don't give a shit. I think I played Numa Numa. I played... what was it? Is it Doss House? Yeah, I played that one. But the selection here is kind of bland, to be honest. Like, yeah, I get it, it's set in World War II, so don't expect any sort of Nuketown, you know, don't expect that. But the maps, I would say, are kinda garbage. Like, yeah, you get some cool ones like Castle. I do like Castle. It looks like a Japanese style, or something to that effect. But some of these, and I really hate desert areas in video games, so Desert Siege sucks. By default. And some of these maps, I will say, look identical, or very, very similar to ones that I've played before on other games like Cold War and Black Ops 2. And I'm sure that they do that because, hey, familiarity. You know, here's this flashback to Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Here's a map that you haven't seen since the good old days. You know, it's honestly kind of blah. But the maps, I'd say, aren't really all that good. They're kind of bland and boring. And it's not just me saying that because I don't like multiplayer. I've never been a fan of multiplayer. But I'm saying this kind of like as someone who, if I were to be a fan of, you know, multiplayer and thrive on that, I would say maps like Castle and some other ones, like maybe Doss House and something like that. Maybe this one. I don't know. Maybe Numa Numa. I don't care at this point. But some of these maps, they might be pretty good. But aside from that, most of them are kind of bland and garbage, and ones I don't really care for. Game rules are pretty whatever. Can I get bots in this bitch? That's the thing. If I want to play, I want to play with bots. So I'm not ready for the good shit. I'm not ready for any of the damn. So 20 people! 20 fucking people! There's a lot of us. Yeah. Which I don't really care about. But yeah, I'm gonna say that multiplayer kind of sucks ass. Now let's go to the campaign. Campaign, I've already basically beaten this. I love the campaign. The campaign, I think, if we're being honest here, is the best part of Vanguard. And that might be a shock to some of you, because like, oh, you love zombies, and you've always been more of a zombie fan than campaign, so you've always said that, you know, the zombies modes are better. Well, this one, given what I've seen with zombies in Vanguard, I think the campaign is a rare instance where the campaign is better than everything else in the game. And I'd say if you are going to play any sort of Vanguard, or if you're gonna get this game at all, go for the campaign. first. Play the campaign first, because it's good. And I know some people are like, oh yeah, well, this and that, and this, blah, 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 but, you know, honestly, I think, I love this. I think I beat this in a whole day, because I couldn't put it down. I enjoyed this so fucking much. And I think they kind of open themselves up for some sort of sequel, in a way, like, oh yeah, well, you know, we found all these documents and things like that, so we could make a fucking sequel. And I do hope they kind of do, in a way. But, I mean, the campaign is really good. I enjoy it, and I think it's worth it. Now, ranked play, I don't know a damn thing about. And do I care? No. I'm going to say it. From what I've seen and what I've heard, ranked play is essentially multiplayer, but with extra steps. It's garbage. Get out of here. And besides, there's an error. So I guess I don't really want to play that. Oh, yeah, let's go offline for a second. I want to show you something here. So, Call of Duty Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, and Vanguard. Now, let's go to where the zombies are. And here is where I absolutely despise this shit. So, I get it, you're offline, right? You can't be online 24/7. But look at the operators. Check this out. So you know how I had Snoop Dogg? That's right, he's not here. Any of the things that you buy, the other operators, you don't get to fucking play with them offline. Which is fucking stupid. Absolute garbage. And I really hate that. They did the same thing in fucking Cold War. I have Rambo, John McClane, Ghostface, and some other ones that I had bought, you know, operator-wise. And, oh, by the way, it's really easy to go offline. Because if you lose your membership at all, a membership for PSN or Xbox Live or something like that, you know, PlayStation Plus is more like that, and Xbox Ultimate, whatever. You don't get this. You don't get to play as Snoop Dogg. You don't get all this. Let me take a look at. Let me fucking show you something here. Look at the maps. Oh, we finally get the Archon. Okay. But let me tell you something. So I updated this game about a month or so ago. So I'm like, hey, I want to play the Archon. And this is back when I didn't have Plus. I'm, again, using a 7-day free trial, so that's why I'm able to do this. And I was not able to have the Archon. I couldn't play the Archon at all. This was not available. You have to be online to play the Archon. And only then, when you finally go online and you have this map, you can play it offline. What if you've never had a fucking membership, right? What if you've never been able to, you know, update and have a membership at the same time, and you just updated? Well, guess what? You can't fucking play the Archon. You can't play Shinonuma. You can't play this one. All you can play is this one. That's the only map you have. Because every other map, you can't play unless you're online. And then when you're online and you play them, then you can play them offline. But to play them online, you have to have a membership. Now I get it, on PC it's not that big of a deal. But I don't really play on PC, I play on console. Because my PC can't run this game. So, I'm fucked. You know, once that membership goes away, once the 7-day free trial is up, at least I can still play these. But goddamn, that's what sucks ass the most. And also, by the way, this includes pretty much any and all of the weapons. So the weapon skins and things like that. You don't get weapon skins if you're offline. The weapon skins that you paid for, they're not there. They're gone. You cannot. I repeat, you cannot get them when you're offline. When you're online, everything is there, right? So, yeah, that's what I hate the fucking most. At least in Cold War, you had the ability to have your weapon skins. At least there was that. And you could play the maps as they were updated, right? But here, you don't get that luxury. You don't fucking get that at all. And this is kind of a big problem. If you spend a decent amount of money on this game to get certain skins, or to get the battle pass or whatever, you can't even use the battle pass things that you've unlocked, the things that you earned by playing the game countless hours, leveling up, and doing this and doing that. You do not get that luxury of playing with these items offline. And as someone that is pretty poor, has no money, and cannot constantly afford a membership, whether it be Xbox Game Pass, Ultimate, or Live Gold, or whatever it's called, and PlayStation Plus, I am far past fucked. I am the fuckest fucked that I've ever been fucked. I've been fucked so goddamn fucking hard that my fucks have fucks. That my fucking children will have children if I could give birth. Like, I don't know. I am so fucked because I don't care. I really don't. But it's still a big thing where if you spend a lot of money on this game and you happen to be offline, you basically wasted all that money. You can't play as Snoop Dogg. You can't play as any of the other operators. You can't use the weapon skins. You can't have the attachments in that order and do all this and do all that. And it's stupid. It really is fucking stupid. It sucks. And this is in more of the modern games. So you might be thinking, oh, well, I can play this on Warzone because Warzone's free to play. You don't need any sort of membership for that. Yeah, that is true. You could play with all the gun skins and your operators as you want on, Warzone. But what if you want to play zombies? Warzone doesn't have zombies. So guess what? You're fucked. End of fucking discussion, you fuck. Now, Armory, right? Some of these, they're not here at all. You only get certain amounts. Now, how do you unlock this one? I don't know. I don't care. And there's only some of them. Monica. Monica's a gun so much. You don't get all of these. It's stupid. It is dumb. Earn a watch to unlock the watch select. How do you earn those things? You probably have to be online. Oh, but guess what? Fuck you then. All the progression, everything, because you're offline, you're level 1. You stay level 1. No matter how well you do in zombies, no matter who you play as, no matter what guns you get, you stay level 1. You never update. You never upgrade. You stay a pathetic sack of potatoes and a sack full of shit that smells like a sack full of shit. Okay? You don't get anything if you play offline. So it's not even worth playing Vanguard unless you just want to play the campaign. Because multiplayer, though, if you want to play with bots, that's good, I guess. Because you can still do that, I think. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm playing offline right now because I don't care. So yeah, you also lose the ability for ranked play, which I don't care, because fuck ranked play. But yeah, you can still have bots and all that good shit. Just still be like, hey, But you also want to know what else sucks ass? Go to where your barracks are. Right? Go to where you are. And here's the same thing. You know, only certain characters. Your clan tag. Neko 9. Neko 9? Neko 9? I am not the 9th Neko. I am not the 9th Neko. You are. Your mom is the 9th Neko. Okay? Oh, by the way, you don't even get these. Oh, baby. You don't even get these. Look at all this. You don't fucking get these. You don't, That's stupid. You're stuck with a shitty calling card and a shitty emblem, which I honestly don't care about. You know, the wound maker, it looks decent, looks alright, but that's not even a thing here. That's not even a fucking thing here. I have a fucking emblem that doesn't even exist. Gestures and sprays. www. Oh my god, I broke it. I broke it. Great. I did it. I fucking broke it. Are you happy? Because I'm happy. I'm happy about my Lua menu add underscore favorite. As it says elsewhere. Oh god, what have I done? I'm screenshotting this. Sprays. I have no sprays. I don't care about sprays. Oh, now there is nothing. There's no www. What have I done? And I know it's the game's fault, not mine. Oh no, that's a W. Okay, good. Fine. I like that. That's where I'm gonna fucking end off the goddamn video. I'm just with this weirdness. But, you know, what do I think about Vanguard? Do I think that you should go out and buy it? Well, maybe if it's on sale. Maybe if it was, like, on discount somewhere. Maybe GameStop had it at a discount, or you go on Steam and you see it on a discount, or something to that effect. Basically, get it while it's cheap. I wouldn't pay full price for this game. I mean, I ended up paying full price for the game. But, like, that was before I knew all this shit. Come on, I play the game. I don't listen to other people. But, like, it's not a bad game. It's definitely not the worst COD that I've played, and it's not really the worst game out there. And people are like, oh, Vanguard's the worst. Vanguard is the worst. It's the worst COD game ever. Warzone is better than this. No, it's not. Warzone sucks ass. And I do not recommend getting Warzone. I don't care how free it is. Don't play Warzone. It sucks. But, I mean, coming out of the success of Cold War and how great Cold War was, you know, Vanguard, I mean, each game has its own uniqueness. Even if a lot of people think it sucks, you have to keep in mind that not every entry is going to be a Black Ops 2 or the original Modern Warfare trilogy, where it was extremely popular, extremely well made, really good. You cannot remake that. Even if you remake Modern Warfare 2, it won't really be the same as the original games. So that's what you need to keep in mind. And every game has something different to offer. Yeah, it may feel like the same game over and over and over again. It is the same game over and over and over again. You kill people. You kill zombies. You do this, you do that. It's the same thing every single game. There is literally nothing different. Except for maybe the campaign or how things are done. But every game is different in that it has something to offer. And that there's always something interesting that can be found in every single COD game, even the ones that are universally hated, like Ghosts, which I thought Ghosts was a really good game. I thought Ghosts was fucking phenomenal, and everyone else seems to think that's like one of the worst COD games ever, next to Infinite Warfare and Vanguard. And I'm like, really? Ghosts is like easily one of my top 5 COD games, easily. But you know, I do think that while this game does have some flaws, and you know, I'll talk about the flaws right now. One of the biggest flaws that I had when I was first playing Vanguard, when I bought this game and I put it in for the first time. So for the longest time in this game's life cycle, which isn't that long, it's basically a little over a year, I think. So I would pop in zombies and be like, hey, let's play zombies. So, here's the thing. So I would go and I would need to use the bathroom, right? Take a piss, take a shit, grab something to eat, like a sandwich or something, I don't know, and then come back. Guess what? When you pause the game, for the longest time this happened, you pause the game and the game would not stay paused. Like, at all. Like, yeah, the pause menu was still there, but zombies could still hit you. You could still be under attack by zombies. While you're playing solo. Yeah. And it had the same problem offline as well. You know, online, offline, same problem. Now, if you're playing a multiplayer match of zombies, that I understand. You know, the game doesn't say pause when you pause the game. Like, zombies can still hit you and things like that if you go AFK. But, or AFC, away from controller. But, the thing I have a problem with the most is when you're playing a single-player game. A single-player game. And the game doesn't actually pause when you press the pause button. Like, yeah, the menu shows up, oh yeah, you know, exit game, resume game, whatever. But the zombies can still hit you. They can still attack you and you will die. Oh, and let's not forget, there's a big issue that I had as well. So, you go up to take a piss and take a shit, and you come back, you've been kicked out of the game for inactivity. Do you really expect people to sit there for, if you do high rounds, if you go for high rounds, and you're tired and you want to take a break, a small break, you know, take a shit, take a piss, go get food, whatever, and come back, all that progress that you fucking did is gone. Every single bit of progress. Yeah, you might get those progress rewards like leveling up and whatnot. But the fact is, you want to keep going. That's why you didn't exit the game. You paused the game so you could take a fucking break, and guess what happened? If you get to the point where you want to look something up, then that problem, it's a big problem. You know, none of the other COD games that I've played have that issue. I can literally keep Cold War paused all day and just completely forget about it. And I will not be booted out of the game at all. I won't be kicked from that match. So that was a fucking problem. I don't know if they fixed it. I don't want to find out because fuck it, I don't care. But yeah, so some of the bugs and glitches that do happen, and I will say this game has lag in a solo match. So I was playing the Archon, and it was a little bit of lag. And it's like they never fix that. They never fix the lag. Ever. So that is one problem I do have that is kind of major, is that the game lags, even on a solo match. So, really, it sucks ass. I mean, you know, over time I'll get used to it, but I shouldn't have to get used to it. That's the thing. Is like, you know, I don't know. Basically what I'm going to say is, Vanguard, I would say, doesn't really need to be this way. Like, I think personally that it kind of holds up in a way, and that maybe you should go and get it, but like on sale. I'm not gonna flat out say don't buy this game because I mean I enjoy a little bit of Vanguard every now and then, but um, you know I'd rather play Cold War. I'd rather play Black Ops 3 and 4 and you know whatever. But yeah, that's just my overall thoughts on the whole damn thing. What do you guys and gals think about Vanguard? I mean, if you played it or if you've seen gameplay, because I think what's there, you know, there should be more content, not just for the zombies, but in general. Like, yeah, this could conclude the storyline for Vanguard Zombies, but maybe just put in a few more zombie maps that are just round-based that have no no effect on the story. Or maybe just make up some bullshit about, oh yeah, we're going back to Kino Toten because there's a legendary cat, there's a legendary Neko, okay? And we have to find this Neko to save the world. Because this fucking cat is the only thing that could save the fucking planet. We have to kill zombies and appease the cat. You know, we gotta appease a Neko. You know, that is something that I think would be a really hilarious storyline. Just try to find this cat girl. It's one of the fucking Nekos of the world, and just I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this video. I don't really know what else to say other than Vanguard isn't that bad. I mean, yeah, it could be better, but it's not that bad. You know, it's totally playable. It's totally fine, and it fucking has Snoop Dogg in it. So, I mean, that's not bad. I think Snoop Dogg is the best part of fucking Vanguard. When they added him, like, that just really made things better. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. This video is getting lengthy as fuck. Peace out, people, and bro hoof.